Hi, my name is Nadia. My partner Yolanda and I have gotten camellias as our symbol from the book To Kill a Mockingbird to present on. What it represents? Well, it represents many things, such as Jem's moral education, coexistence of good and evil, and progression of his empathy. And to a certain extent, it also represents Mr. Bose's humanity.
The symbols of the Camellias started off with this very quote. He did not begin to calm down until he had cut the tops off every camellia bush Miss Dubose owned, until the ground was littered with green buds and leaves. He bent my baton against his knee, snapped it in two, and threw it down. This quote represents Miss Dubose's humanity, as she gives Jem a camellia to say thank you and everything is okay now. The camellia is also a parting gift for Jem for helping her free herself of her addiction, although he did not know what he was doing at the time. It represents Miss Dubose's courage, as she was taking on her addiction with the help of Jem's company. The gift proves to Jem that Miss Dubose did have some humanity left in her. Realizing this, Jem starts to put himself in Miss Dubose's shoes, and his sense of moral education is greater thanks to his experience with Miss Dubose. Quote number 2. Atticus switched the ceiling light in the living room and found us there frozen still. He carried my baton in one hand. Its filthy yellow tassel trailed on the rug. He held out his other hand. It contained fat camellia buds. At this point in the novel, Atticus approaches Jem and Scout with the camellia buds and Scout's broken baton. Here, the reader and children know that Atticus is very disappointed, despite his lack of speech. We know it's because Atticus had told Jem before not to mind what Miss Dubose says, as she is sick. This quote is important because it shows us that Jem did the wrong thing when he cut Miss Dubose's flowers, even though Miss Dubose said the things she said about Atticus. He did not listen to Atticus when Atticus told him not to let Miss Dubose's words get to him. Atticus is clearly disappointed at Jem at this point of the novel, as it proves that Jem did not yet feel empathy for Miss Dubose.
In quote number 3, every day that Jem and Scout would come to visit Miss Dubose, it would be the usual. He would read to her. She would talk about the things she likes to talk about, such as her camellias and about how his father's a nigger lover. And then suddenly she'd stop talking and become silent. And as soon as the alarm would ring, they would be sent home by Jessie. It shows that Miss Dubose really just wanted some company so she could talk about things she likes, and that would keep her busy. Its significance is that Miss Dubose doesn't give up. She still has hope in her, and she's up for a fight. She manages to distract herself every day no matter how hard it was for her, and you can see how much courage she has just by doing that.
Quote number 4. Jem opened the box. Inside, surrounded by wads of damp cotton, was a white, waxy, perfect camellia. It was a snow on the mountain. This quote represents Miss Dubose's humanity, as she gives Jem a camellia to say thank you and everything is okay now. The camellia is also a parting gift for Jem for helping her free herself of her addiction, although he did not know what he was doing at the time. It represents Miss Dubose's courage, as she was taking on her addiction with the help of Jem's company. The gift proves to Jem that Miss Dubose did have some humanity left in her. Realizing this, Jem starts to put himself in Miss Dubose's shoes, and his sense of moral education is greater thanks to his experience with Miss Dubose.
In quote number 5, Jem throws the box the camellia was sent in the fire and takes the flower with him to bed. Jem now learns the truth about Miss Dubose's morphine addiction and is able to empathize with her, and he also gains mixed feelings about everything. His anger is shown when he throws the box in the fire, so you can see he still hasn't forgotten the harsh words.
Overall, Miss Dubose and her camellias were a big factor of Jem's maturing mind and morals, as they help Jem grow and understand what is right. Jem goes through a powerful experience as Miss Dubose and her camellias are now able to return a favor and help Jem go through other obstacles in life, such as the Tom Robertson trial. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope that the camellias can affect you in any way possible as it did affect Jem.